Hi, everyone, and I'm so glad that you are here with me today because here's the thing. Even though when you go live and you stream and you're like, no one is watching, when you leave your stream up there for people to actually get to know, like, and trust you, that is how you build trust. And trust is the recipe for the topic that we are going to talk about today. Because today, what we are going to talk about is to handle the now is not the right time objection. One of the most common objections that you will get when you start selling your services, inviting people to join your programs, whatever it might be. And it's probably one of the most kind of like hardest objection it might be that you have yourself to overcome. So I wanted to use today's stream to actually talk a little bit about that. And the reason why I decided on this topic is because we have spoken a lot about objections inside of my program, the Scalable Offer Accelerator, just these past few weeks. But also because I saw someone who was promoting his 28 days boot camp, like how to get fit in time for Christmas. And there was one person who immediately asked, when are you running this the next time? And he responded that is so strange. You know, I'm running this now. And you ask when I'm running this the next time. And then she said, well, it's a 28 days boot camp. So I want to be able to be there every single day. Well, you won't. There will always be things that pop up that prevents you from doing the thing that you thought you were going to do. And that is why it's so important to actually start today, to not wait for a better moment, to not wait until the day that you have your next 28 days planned out. So if you're here for the very first time, hearing me, seeing me, listening to me, my name is Josephine Warner, and I'm a former corporate executive and who have become an entrepreneur. And one thing that I regret that I didn't do sooner is actually to show up and to start sharing about what it is that I think. And it was a lot of fear that actually held me back from doing that. So if you're here, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, add a comment, add your thoughts, share your feelings, share your own experiences too, because that is how we then get to inspire others and we actually get to help others too. So I think that the time objection is actually based in trust in ourselves, whether we can actually do it, whether we can go through with it, whether we can get the results that this change can offer us, right? So that is a big piece. Can I do this? If I follow the steps that this person is going to lead me through, and I follow these steps step by step, will I then achieve it? Like, what is that based on? And then we have the other piece of this coin, right? Do I really trust this person to do it or to help me, to guide me to actually achieve? And that trust, it can be built up through several different things, right? Like me showing up now, like I'm here today, showing up, sharing who I am, what I think, and how I would do it. But it can also be through sharing testimonials, for example, if you're doing that, or sharing case studies, sharing your own story. That's how you build trust. Because if you have done it yourself, then you are able to help to guide others to do it. Unless you say, oh, my way is the only way, that's the only way that we can do it, and you have to follow me. And they're like, I don't dare to do it, right? So one of my first business coaches, she said, back in the days, she said, you have to go live on stories. And the strategy would absolutely work, 100%. It worked for her, it had worked for others, but I was so afraid. I mean, I didn't even want to post at the time. So how could you then go live, right? So for me to actually start doing these things, I would have to take a couple of steps back so that I would really dare to step into the strategy, right? The thing was that they didn't really have those steps to guide me to that goal. So it took a little bit longer for me to actually dare to show up on social media. So the other thing that you can actually do is also to, when you send someone a DM, for example, because I received DMs this past couple of days, I receive a lot of DMs, but one of the DMs that I've gotten was someone that I have had a conversation with, a phone conversation with. We've had chats in the DMs, and then they send me something, they pitch me something without taking into consideration that we have already started to build a relationship. That is how you can lose trust extremely fast. Or the ones that send you pitch DMs immediately. You haven't even said hi, and then they pitch you something, and then you pop over to their profile, and they haven't posted anything for 5 months. How can then they even think that they have built trust? Why would I pick them? So by building your profile, building your presence, being out there talking to people, be it like networking events, be it other types of events, that is how you build know, like, and trust. I got a really weird comment on YouTube, and I'm not going to show that one. I mean, sorry, if you're asking me if I'm married, like, honestly, like, this is a professional stream that I'm doing. So please, Frankie, you can just leave the stream today. Anyone who's here to want to build a business, then I'm more for you. I'm here for you for that too. So I will actually delete your comment later, Frankie. I hope you understand that, and I might even block you, because that is the thing too. You have the right to add you steer your profile, the comments that you want to have, the conversations that you want to have, and things like that. So you can really break trust really, really fast by not reading the conversations that you have done before. I mean, we can all do copy-paste messages to be a little bit more effective. But if you send someone a copy-paste message and you have had like a conversation going already, then at least take some time to look into that. What have you spoken about before? Can you pick up from that? Because even though that might cost you a few seconds, you actually save in all the time that it has taken you to build trust through that, right? So make sure you do that too. So we also have one of my clients, Araceli, who, when we started working together, she said, "Oh, I'm not yet ready for this." She was at a crossroads in her business at the time, or in her career actually at the time. So she decided then to, should I wait or should I go, right? She decided to go all in on LinkedIn, starting with building her profile on LinkedIn, starting to post, starting to engage, starting to comment. Even before she had actually set up her own business. And fast forward until today, she is kind of so out there doing all the things. She has board membership. She has board member, assignments. She's fully booked with one-to-one coaching. She's speaking on stages. She has just kicked off the 5th cohort of her scalable program. So that is so cool that you can actually, just by taking small steps, you actually will make a huge leap eventually. You know what? I'm a little bit stunned at the moment. So I'm testing a new thing. I'm streaming live to YouTube at the same time that I'm streaming live to LinkedIn, and I'm streaming live to Facebook. And the people that pop in on YouTube, I mean, sorry, but you guys, you are unreal, like, really, honestly. Anyways, so I'm not going to add those comments to the stream. But anyways, happy to have you here. If you would add a little bit more kind of like, I don't know, how do you say it, like, value to the conversation, I think that would be amazing. Anyways, I'm not going to make this a long one, because I think that streaming in a kind of like in a portrait mode, I'm not yet ready for that one with all of these comments coming in. So I will actually finish this stream. But if you are interested in joining my masterclass tomorrow, I will add the link underneath so that you can sign up for my masterclass. By the way, if you don't behave in my masterclass, we will kick you out, because we are going to run it on Zoom. So if you are willing to be there on Zoom with me behaving, then I would love to have you there. Okay, that was all for today. I wish you a lovely rest of the day, and see you soon. Bye. Bye-bye.